Starting Smart and Strong is an initiative of the Packard Foundation that is focused on supporting early learning systems change in 3 communities, Fresno, Oakland, and East San Jose. This is a 10-year initiative that is focused on improving the systems that serve young children and their families.
What was innovative about this investment was that not only was it long-term for the 10 years, but it allowed the communities to test and learn based on what they identified as being the need in that local community.
So each community used their resources to focus on different issues that were important to them. In Fresno, they're very interested in ways to improve services and supports for dual language learners and how to bring folks working with young children from across settings together. Oakland focused very much on the issue of racial equity and had an effort around trauma-informed care that has significantly changed and improved the way that they educate children. In East San Jose, on the other hand, educators really prioritized social-emotional development for young children, and they applied new frameworks and tools to understand how those services were delivered. Across all 3 communities, there were big improvements in the design and delivery of professional development to early care and educators. And those investments of time and resources led to improvements in classroom level settings and student outcomes. Fresno was very successful in creating new ways of serving dual language learners and had really compelling data about the impact of their innovations.
We're like, this is working. We saw great results from both our teachers and our students. We expanded to 2 Central Valley cohorts, replicating what took place in Fresno and 2 other communities.
So the local innovation that started in the Central Valley is informing state policy. We're taking the learnings of the Central Valley to look at multilingualism, and we're looking from a state level to how to scale that throughout so other communities can have the same opportunities. As a result, AB 393 was put into law. And what AB 393 did was able to not only start identifying dual language learners in our early childhood and development programs, but also looked at the type of strategies that we were providing to the workforce to best support their needs.
One thing that was unique about this initiative is that they also brought communities together to learn from one another, to engage in collaboration, that real emphasis on learning not only within each community, but also across communities.
Oakland Starting Smart and Strong started in 2015. There wasn't a lot of trust and work happening amongst our other early learning providers in the city of Oakland. And so for me, I spent many years rebuilding relationships with our City of Oakland Head Start partners and the YMCA and Unity Council and our family, friend, and neighbors. It's been very, very strategic on who is at the table thinking about the health and well-being of children.
So Oakland Starting Smart and Strong has become a very important table in Oakland for what seems to be very sustainable infrastructure for collaboration and systems improvement, so that after this initiative leaves, there's still a set of relationships and resources and ways of working that people have really begun to embed as how they do their work. I think the other thing that the initiative has done is really elevate the importance of early learning and its critical contribution to the success of children in school districts as well. So people are really starting to see more of a holistic system.
It really wasn't about getting buy-in from the staff. The staff were bought in from day one. What they looked for was support in having parents and administrators understand what's developmentally appropriate, and it really started to change our lens in regards to how we look at behavior. So it started with early learning, and it completely changed the whole system.
So I think when communities first started, there was a real understanding that early learning was critical, but it wasn't really a priority. And there were not a lot of champions for these different programs. When we look at the Starting Smart communities today, early learning is very much a priority.
Early learning gets a lot of lip service, but what we need is long-term sustained investment.
Having long-term funding investments allows you to do deep-rooted, deep community work.
You also need to invest in community leadership. These kinds of changes happen because of real people, and they need supports to bring their ideas to fruition.
One of the beauties of this work is that how different our communities are, but that I feel really supported. For me, just having teams and collaboratives that I can be a part of outside of OUSD has really helped develop my own leadership.
It takes a very unique foundation to support this kind of work. The foundation itself needs to really trust in the expertise of community leaders and provide resources that help them understand if what they're doing is working and how to make it better.
It's not a competition. It's a commitment to be able to serve young children. So I feel like through this collaboration, it has really strengthened that in our community, and that partnership and that commitment to our families.
So the legacy of the Starting Smart initiative is for communities to feel like they can innovate locally. They can own their own results. They can champion this work.
This initiative gives me hope and shows me what's possible when we listen to communities and educators on the ground rather than taking top-down approaches. When the teachers are driving what they need to better support their children, those types of reforms stick and last.